Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's reading, we're doing how are you advancing in front of others? And we have here three beautiful piles. Pile number 1 with the lighter, pile number 2 with the squishy, and pile number 3 with some acrylic. Please pause the video if needed. Oh my god, this one might be a little difficult because it's also blue. So please pause the video if needed. Let's go. So for my viewers, I picked pile number 1 with the lighter. Let's find out how are you advancing in front of others. And somebody here is smoke, somebody here is an Aries, somebody here is a Cancer, Leo, Scorpio rising. Okay. Someone might live close to water or by water. So let's find out how are you advancing in front of others. 55 could be significant, 45. Ooh, somebody here is predicting things. Have you, like, you guys might be tarot readers, or you just might predict things for other people in your life. Like, you might be the friend that be like, yeah, I don't really think that friend is good for you. Or like, you're someone that there's a lot of truth in the things that you say. And I feel like this is also an advancement because a lot of people are like really like believing you and like really coming towards you for advice, or like they just think that your opinion is like real highly, like you must go with pile number 1's opinion because this person, they know what they're talking about. Okay, so you can be very intellectual and that's how you're advancing. I just get this notion that maybe people felt like you were like a clown, like you would just babble, like you wouldn't know what you were talking about, or you weren't very educated on something. This could even be work. This doesn't have to be psychic. Like maybe you're advancing because now you know your way around a job, or like you just know things more than others around you, and that could be a clear advancement. Um, Something that's also advancing for some of you guys is like you know how to act during challenges. Like, listen, I'm getting this very heavily. You might not resonate, but I just feel like when things fall apart around you, you really act like it's no big deal, and that could be an advancement because maybe people are not used to others being like that. You know, like anything crazy happens, and you're just like the one optimistic person. Like your high vibration, your positivity itself is an advancement. I think you don't come from the best background. I feel like people around you are always talking about the bad things that happen in their life, and they're like always like, you know, talking about misery always, or like the worst case scenarios. And the way you're advancing in front of others is that you're just not like that. Maybe anymore, okay? I know that maybe the most positive people have not always been the positive, but they have noticed how being the opposite doesn't really bring much for you. Let's see here. How's my pile number 1 advancing? You're advancing because you're consistent in what you do. Whether if it's at a job, or it's at, getting rid of your debt, or getting rid of, things that are causing financial disturbances in your life. You're a very committed person as well. That's what I'm getting here. Man holding a coin in reverse. You're definitely advancing in like your career or your job. Someone here is advancing in their career. And maybe you were indecisive about a career or like a path that you're taking because maybe you weren't making that much money in it, and now you are, and it's kind of like surprising for other people, or even like, it shows an advancement. So something that you do wasn't really like applauded, or like even considered real, or even considered successful, but then like you kept being consistent in it. And it kind of like brought you advancement. So anything you're consistent in anything, guys. A routine, travel, whatever it is, even your job, your health. Like, you guys weren't really like applauded for it, or like maybe others overlooked it, and it's like now you're advancing in that. Another way you're advancing is through your love life. Um, Maybe people doubted your lover, or you were someone that dated a lot of people and people felt like you were never going to like commit or like settle down. So one advancement could definitely be that is your love life. Um, and it's so crazy. I was talking about consistency, and we got patience here. We got patience here. And that's crazy because, we were just talking about that. But how patient you are with yourself and even your beliefs. And advancement is also that you are following your own path, and you're not following the ideals of other people, whether it's family, older people, friends. Like, you're going on your own groove, and you really are not focused on other people, and that's an advancement. People don't know what's going on, but people just know that you're advancing because you wouldn't be wasting your time on it. This is someone, okay, I'm not gonna lie, this is a group that's had a lot of trials and tribulations, but is now beginning to reap the rewards of their success. So if you're not fully successful like you feel like you are, you're really, really almost there, but you just can't see it, honestly. We got here community and appreciation. You're advancing in front of others because you're not surrounding yourself with the same old people. You're not surrounding yourself with the same people that doubted you or looked down on you or even, mistreated you. And this is the thing. This is the thing right here, okay? Others can see when people are not confident or sure about themselves because they surround themselves with people that are not really good for them. And I've seen it, and that has happened to me, but I've also seen it with other people, that they surround themselves with people that are not really good for them, that are not really appreciative of them, and don't really like care for them as much. And so, they get stuck into these cycles, and they literally just stay there. And it just becomes like this thing where they all start to be alike, like they start to look like their company, or they start to be like their company. And I feel like you're the one that got out. You got out of something, whether it was like a religious cult or like a community that was just highly strict or religious that didn't allow you to be yourself, or it can also be like a group of people, a group of friends. And so that's how you're advancing, because you kind of like got kicked out of something that was like amazing for you, or even if you didn't get kicked out, like you left, and it was like the best thing for you because now it's like the advancements, you like anybody and everybody can clearly see it. And people can clearly see that you are someone that really cares for yourself, and you only surround yourself with caring connections. Okay, so that's an advancement. The company that you keep around is an advancement. Okay, and that's how you're advancing in front of others. You're being very picky about who is around your circle, or who's around you, or what you listen to, what you surround yourself with. And also like that, like people can know that people are like talking bad about them behind their back, or like not be the best company, like just be like rough around, like I don't know how to explain it, or like get bullied by the people around them, and they just kind of deal with it just because they feel like they should, or like that's all. And I just feel like when people try to make you feel like the odd one out, it's like when you shine more. Okay? So I don't know if you're the type of person that you've been kicked out of groups, or like you've been the odd one out, or the black sheep or whatnot, but it's like it always worked in your favor because just making you the black sheep and then you just being on your own, it literally makes you into the star. And the people always end up looking like fans, or like the weird ones, you know what I mean? Like, so don't ever feel like People got one over on you because just because it's like 3, 4 people, there's more people surrounding them, and there's more people that are looking at your advancements, and they're seeing you glow. So don't put yourself in a box. That's what I'm getting here. Like, don't put yourself in a box. Don't think that, just because some people think of you in a certain way that the whole world does, because that's not true. A lot of people have a mind of their own, and we'll be very surprised about the people that are basically clapping for us in the background, okay? Like, and I can say that because there's some people that in my life that I kind of applaud, but they will never know in a million years that I'm like wishing them the best or like applauding them for their bravery or whatnot, okay? With the last couple of cards, let's see here. How is my pile number 1 advancing in front of others? We have here Angel of Love in reverse, and we have here woman holding a coin, and then woman holding a coin in reverse, and then woman holding a heart. So, yeah, this is the group that you're very lovable, you're very kind. You're kind of viewed very highly, even if you feel like you're not in the type of, like, you're not living your true dream life yet, but like you're very viewed highly, and it's like you know where to put your love at. You know what to put your seed at. And a lot of people regret like crossing you or even having you out of their lives. Exes, lovers, family, whatever. And I generally feel like you're advancing because of your career. There's something that you've been consistent in. And if it's not a career, there's just something in your life that you've been very highly consistent in. And it's almost like making you like shine more. I don't know if you're surrounded by people that just are like quitters. Maybe even in your past. I wouldn't say your immediate circle, but there's a lot of quitters around you. And even when you stay consistent into like a little small goal, it's kind of like a whoa, like a wow advancement. All right. So just know that you're outshining a lot of people right now, and I think that a lot of it has to do with how you're protecting your energy, but also like the company you keep around or who you look up to. Okay, so that's all that I'm getting here. Thank you so much for clicking on this reading. Bye, guys. So for my viewers that picked pile number 2 with the squish ball, let's find out, how are you advancing in front of others? Let's see here. Oh my god, why I heard good parent. Oh my god, maybe you're breaking generational curses. Like, you're literally like treating your kids differently than you were treated. I heard like, children were treated like trash in your family, something like that. And you don't have to necessarily have children, but maybe like the kids around you. Like, something is showing me like generational like cycles broken here. Let's see here. How's my pile number 2 advancing in front of others? How is my pile number 2 advancing in front of others? How is my pile 2 advancing in front of others? You're getting over tough times in your life. I don't know, maybe some of you guys grew up on poverty, on like lack mindsets. You guys get it. Like, just a lot of tragedies in your life. You grew up seeing a lot of bad things, and your advancements is that you never, like, how can I say this? You don't settle for less. So the way you're advancing in front of others is that you always want better for yourself, and you're always willing to make it happen for yourself. You're always willing to get out of your comfort zone. You're always willing to be your own boss or be an owner, own your own house, be gentle with your kids, whatever it is here. Like, you're advancing because it's like you're getting out of what's the norm and maybe your past life or even your past relations. I heard like glow up here as well. You might be very advancing in your looks. And I'm saying this because I think people are seeing like a lot of more people be attractive to you or attracted to you. Like, you might have like a lot of suitors, people that want to marry you, people that want your hand, or you're getting a lot of opportunities when it comes to career, finances. It's like if you don't have it in your life, you make it happen. And that looks like an advancement for others. Because I really feel like somebody here came from nothing. Like nothing. And maybe you did have wealthy people in your life or like a wealthier parent. I don't know what it is, but it's just like a lot of struggle here. And so I don't. Okay, so a lot of people have this mindset where they think that if you come from struggle or poverty, like you're doomed to stay there. Or like if you come from family that are like weird or crazy, like you're doomed to be just like them or like stay there. And this is like the total opposite for you. So I just feel like the advancements that you're bringing for yourself is making others feel like, your life is advancing. But it's like the main character here is you. Like you're not receiving any handouts. And maybe it is the opposite. Maybe people are seeing advancements because someone is like taking care of you financially, or you have a partner that's very supportive of you in your dreams and they like help you out and they give you a helping hand or they support your dreams and goals. And I also heard like two parent households, maybe like in your family, it's common for women to be single mothers or take care of their kids like by themselves or get disrespected by a partner, and it's like you don't allow any disrespect. Like you want more for your life and that's how you're advancing in front of others. Let's see here. How's my pile number 2 advancing in front of others? How's my pile number 2 advancing in front of others? Another way you're advancing in front of others is that you're speaking up about your needs and wants, okay? Maybe people in your life, or I'm just getting like religious here, like things are meant to be under the rug and you're someone very vocal. You're someone that, you know, stands your ground, like you stand up for yourself and others, okay? And that's how you're advancing. I also see temperance, like there's a balance in your life. Like you're not overworking yourself. You're not working hard to survive. Like you're like you don't work to live. Like you live. I don't get it. But you guys get it what I mean. Like you don't struggle. Like you don't want to be in struggle. So there's a lot of things that you do differently. And again, the magician, he makes it happen. All right? He makes it happen regardless of the situations and the people that go against you or against the odds. Like you do what you want regardless of what others think, and that's how you're advancing in your life. I heard like you don't take advice from people that are not where you want to be or where you want to go. You could have been the person that had a lot of people against them just because of your beliefs or how you would stand up to injustices, whether if it's in your family or in your life. And you're the type of person that you're not scared to voice your opinion or cut others off. You're advancing in front of others because you handle situations differently. Maybe now you're living in more of like a love vibration more than like a hate vibration. And the way you always advance in front of others is that you just move on. You just move on. Even through embarrassing, humiliating, effed up moments, like you always pick up your bag and go. You pick up whatever, you just pick yourself up and go. Like you're not stopping your life and you're not stopping where you're going because of what others have to say or what others did to you. You don't play the victim here, and that's how you're advancing. Like maybe you grew up to be a victim, but you decided for yourself that you're not the victim and that you don't want to be the victim, that you want to be the winner. You want to be the one that goes against the odds. You want to be the one that wins big. Let's see here. How is my pile number 2 advancing in front of others? So the Sun, the Wheel of Fortune, the Lovers, and then the Queen of Wands. Really beautiful cards, to be honest. The way you're advancing in front of others, you're just happy. You being happy is like an advancement. I swear to God, I definitely see a lot of people here. Maybe you know people that just constantly complaining about their lives and they just hate their lives and they're just like going through things that they're not supposed to or that they shouldn't go through, but they just do it. And it's like you're just someone that you're just happy with yourself. You might not have $1 million yet, but you're just happy. You're happy to be alive. You're happy to be here. Okay? And you're also extremely good looking. Extremely good looking. And that's how you're advancing. You don't let rough times make you look rough. You don't let also rough times make you into a rough person. You take it as a grain of salt and you just move forward. Okay, a lot of things that were meant to break you kinda made you better. Which is crazy, okay? And I'm not trying to hear like I'm not trying to glorify rough times or bad times, but it's like you took your bad times and you just like ate it up. Like you just picked it up, threw it out the window, like you just picked yourself up. And that itself is an advancement. It's like you're constantly looking better, smelling better, you know. It's like nothing offends you and nothing breaks you. Like untouchable, unbreakable here. And it's like no matter what others do or what the outsiders do, it can't with you. It can't. It can't break you. It just can't beat you. Like, it might beat the moment, but in the long run, pile number 2 is unbeatable. Pile number 2 is unstoppable, period. Okay? And this is a really good reading. I definitely feel a lot of sadness, especially like in the beginning, areas of the childhood or growing up. But other than that, I just see someone that's constantly advancing. So, I don't want to compare you to pile number 1, but you're definitely someone that is always looking at the light at the end of the tunnel. You're always someone that's basically always shifting in the better in other people's eyes. Always shifting for the better. Never for the worst. Okay? And you might have bad chapters in your life, but it's like it never happened. It makes you make it look like it really never happened. It was never you. Or, you know, it was just a moment. But it doesn't matter because pile number 2 will constantly always win. This is a really good pile. I'm not going to lie. I feel like every time people turn around, you're doing better. And you're advancing. You can also be someone that has found like true love. Or you're on your way to finding that. Or you have people that really, really love you. Okay? People that are down for you. So you might not have 1 million people on your side, but you definitely have people that are worth it. You have golden people in your life. Somebody here could be a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius watching this. Let's see here. How's my pile number 2 advancing in front of others? Yeah, you've become the pioneer of your life. You've become as selfish as you're supposed to be and as optimistic as you can be. You're advancing because, you know, you don't think like others and you don't do what others do. You don't walk the same. You don't talk the same as others around you. You just manage to basically act in a different way, or you just like handle yourself, or how can I explain it? You just move differently. And it's like no matter what situation it is, it's like you always end up on top. You always end up as the winner. You always end up as the top. And you know, it could be through material success. It could be through looks. It could be through home. It could be through love. But it's like every time someone turns around, you're doing better or you're advancing in some way. And it doesn't matter if you have rough times, because people already know that you're going to do better, that you're going to get better, and then you're going to just transform to the better. So this is a really good pile, I'm not going to lie. This is my creatives out here. Shout out to y'all. And if not, my outdoers, always outdoing everything. You know, you could be taught something and then next thing you know, you're better than anybody at it, okay? So that's all that I'm getting here. Thank you so much for clicking on this reading. Bye, guys. So for my viewers that picked pile number 3 with the acrylic, let's find out, how are you advancing in front of others? And I'm getting here Leo, Aquarius, dominant fire signs in your chart. I got dimples. Let's see here. How is my pile number 3 advancing in front of others? The Emperor. You're advancing in front of others because you are your own boss. 5 of Wands in the reverse with the 6 of Wands. Oh my God. Pile 3, this is messy as hell. And I haven't even started. Listen, you are advancing in front of others because even if everyone goes against you, you still win. Even if you don't have the best reputation, even if people try to damage that reputation, you just always win. You're just always on top. You're like the main event. Listen, I thought pile number 2 was the main event. Scratch that. Don't let them know, though. You guys are the main event. You guys really came here to battle people, battle energies, and always conquer. You're here to teach lessons, I heard. You have taught so many people lessons. King of Pentacles. Oh my goodness. 3 of Swords at the end of the deck. So the way you're advancing in front of others is that when it comes to your money, people are not beating you. People are not beating who you are. This is the pile that people are constantly copying, mimicking, trying to be like. And the way you're advancing in front of others is that you stay true to yourself. You stay true to your beliefs. You're not scared to have people not like you. And you're also not scared to be alone. And that's why you're advancing. You hold your own. King of Pentacles again. Like, this is giving very much boss, leader. You have your ish together. And that's how you're advancing in front of others. I also think that you're very mysterious. And that's why you're advancing in front of others, because a lot of people are curious about your life. Some of you guys could be in the public eye and you have a lot of people that support you and that love you. Maybe not those that you grew up with or those around you, but you definitely have a lot of people that look up after you. What the fuck did I just say? People that look up to you. Or, wait a minute, let me not be so rough on myself. Maybe you do have people that do look after you in the spirit world. You know, you have a lot of like angels or guides that have your back and that just make things happen for you. Like really spiritually favored. You're advancing in front of others because you have like a uniqueness to you, like a unique type of style or like a unique sense of awareness or even style as well I got here. So you're very like different and unique. Like you just come up with like really like amazing ideas or amazing ways to present yourself. I get here, a lot of people look forward to seeing you. A lot of people look forward to having you around. You're highly liked. Okay, that's how you're advancing in front of others. It's like you have a really good reputation. Like people only have good things to say about you. So even if you got haters, babe, your haters never have a good look. This is the group where your haters do not have a good look. They don't. At work, family, whatever. Anybody that has something negative to say about you immediately look like the negative one. Immediately look like the crazy one. I just can't. The way you're advancing in front of others is that You stay true to your emotions. If you just don't like something, you just don't like it, and that's it. You're not flip floppy. You don't kiss ass. It's like you already got your table, and if people want to get up and go, they can. But you're never leaving your own table to go sit at someone else's. That's not you. And you know how others see you advancing? Because like, your work speaks for itself. Like, you don't have to go around talking about it. Like, you are very humble. And you might have a really good bank account, but you're not out here telling everybody. You're not out here, flashy, telling the whole world, I got this, I have that, my life is great. You just move like it. Like, people could just smell the success on you. Or people could just sense that you're confident and you're secured within yourself. And that you are happy with what you have. People just know you got it like that because you don't even talk about it. Okay? And, it is crazy because I come from a place where a lot of people like to talk about what they have and what they don't have. And I just feel like when people talk about it a lot, it makes it seem like they don't have it. Okay? And I just feel like you, on the other hand, you don't have to talk about your career. Everybody knows you're successful. You don't have to talk about your looks. Everybody knows that you look good. You don't have to talk about all the luxuries you have or all the houses you own. People just know. Okay? People could tell. You don't got to tell people you're successful. They already know you have a busy schedule. You're not always coming around. And people know you're special because you're just not easy to, basically, you're just not always seen. Okay? Let's see here. How's my power 3 advancing in front of others? Yeah, you advance in front of others because you don't tell people your business. You just let your business talk for itself. And you're also advancing in front of others because maybe you have really good connections. Like, maybe like, really important people, or like you partner up with important people, or those around you, or even like your spouse, they talk very highly about you. So if you don't talk about yourself, people around you do. People around you are always bragging about you. They're always talking about you. This is the group that your success speaks for itself. Like, you don't have to say anything. Nothing. They just know. Okay? You're just talked about, honestly. In really good ways. And you have a good reputation. And that's how you're advancing in front of others. The way you advance in front of others is that people know that any bad things that happen or bad people around you, you let them go really fast. Anything that's unhealthy for you, you let it go, whether it's addictions or anything. Like, you can let go of things and people and stuff. And with the High Priestess, it's like your intuition is very strong. I'm just getting this, like, feeling. Okay. Like, this is something quick. Okay, so if someone you're not aware of is, like, speaking negatively about you, or, like, they just don't have your best interest at heart, and maybe the people around them know that, when you come around, it's like your energy already knows it, and you act indifferent with that person. And then the people around them are, like, just shocked, because it's like, how can someone like Pile Number 3 just figure it out that easy? How can Pile Number 3 have such a high intuition? You can walk into rooms where people were just talking about you, maybe not in the best ways, and you're, like, quiet, or, like, it's just like your attitude, like, shows like you heard what they said. And it's very surprising for others, like, whoa, and even shocking. Okay? And I also feel here, like, the way you advance is that you just have this higher power of just knowing things. People know that you're not going through bad things on purpose. They know that it's for a higher purpose because you're someone that you just know shit. Okay, so you have a really high intuition. You might be psychic in this group. Like, you trust yourself. You're not out here looking for advice or ask people for things. Yeah, I think also your independence also makes you advance in front of others, or like that you are advancing in front of others, because I don't really think you ask for advice or guidance. I don't think you go around crying on people's shoulders. Even if you do, that's fine. It doesn't make you lesser, but it's like the fact that you don't do it as much, or you just don't need people as much, it shows others that you're advancing. Okay? You know, I'm not saying it's a good thing, but I feel like you're the person that you'll bite your tongue before you ask someone for help. I'm not saying that's good, but I'm also not saying it's bad, but it's kind of showing others that you're advancing because you don't ask others for help. You don't really need favors, or you really don't need handouts or people to help you out. Like, you just make it happen for yourself. Even when you're going through depressive moments, it's like people will never really have to be there for you because you're already there for yourself. With the last couple of cards, how is my pile number 3 advancing in front of others? Yeah, like, tough times don't last in your life. You have here the 9 of Cups. Tough times never last with the Death in reverse and the 5 of Cups in reverse. And even if you are going through a rough time, it's really hard for people to know. I feel like you're the people that can easily fool others. Like, you could be going through the worst, and people will never really expect that. It's just like in their eyes, like you're just someone that always have it together. You could have like Capricorn moon or Capricorn placements as well, and in your chart, but you're just definitely someone that kind of fools people. And I don't think that you mean to fool others. It's just like the way you just get it together by yourself. You just get it together. Like, you just pick it up. Like, people always see you advancing. People feel like, how can you not advance? You just know everything. You got everything together. And people could pretty much think that you do have everything you need, or have everything that everybody wants. And you're just someone that doesn't struggle. But yeah, usually when you see someone so highly, you don't ever expect them to go through ups and downs, but they do because they're human. All right, so even if people don't see your flaws, pile number 3, they just always see you winning. Maybe because of your independence, maybe because you know how to hold it or keep it together. But yeah, that's what I'm getting here. Thank you so much for clicking on this reading. Bye, guys.